So I just finished watching this and it's not a bad movie. I'd say the biggest issue with this movie is the guy that plays the Hulk. He is insufferable on this movie. The other issue is there's a lot of fluff on this. I mean, man, they make you sit through some stupid fucking shit, but I like the ending. The ending was pretty damn good overall. I wasn't expecting this to be as good as it was. So basically, the movie is this guy here, the Twilight asshole and the Batman guy. He him and Glenn from Walking Dead. They play these two guys that were trying to start a business, and they took out a loan from like a mafia guy or something. And then the mafia guys were getting mad because they weren't paying them back fast enough, and then their business collapsed. And then in the future, I guess, like, how do I put this? It's basically like Faces of Death on steroids becomes a thing. So this old guy's like trying to film people dying because I don't know, it's like future porn or something. I don't know. I wasn't really sure what was going on there. But what ends up happening is, yeah, this is the part where he leaves. So the mafia guys are like, there's nowhere on earth where we can't find you. So him and Glenn from The Walking Dead, they decide to sign up for this expedition thing into deep space. And Mark Ruffalo, the guy that plays the Hulk, he's just a total piece of shit. That guy. He h- well, at the beginning, it's insinuated that he's Trump because when they're getting ready to leave the planet, there's like this CNN guy, and he's going on about, oh, look at these people. They're having to leave the planet because of the immigration laws and all this bullshit. And you're just like, really? And then he tries to interview the Twilight guy, but these other people come forward, and guess what they have on? They've all got red hats, and it's saying, what was it? Make the galaxy good or something. It was some rip off a Trump thing. So Mark Ruffalo, it's insinuated that Mark Ruffalo is supposed to be Trump at the beginning, which I don't know. I almost stopped watching it then, but I decided let's just give it a chance and see what happens. So it's explained to him after he signs this contract that he's going to be called what's an expendable. And there's this big thing about cloning humans, and they go into this long, I don't know why they had to over explain this thing like they did, because it was so obvious from the trailer and the point that he made. Like, they just spent like nearly, I'd say, a good 20 minutes trying to get the goddamn point across that, oh, this guy's it's like, yes, we know he's a fucking clone. So in the future, what ends up happening is we can clone people, but it can only be in space. It can't be on Earth. And the only reason it's in space is because they can't get enough workforce people because it's too dangerous to go into space and do this job and all this. So like I said, it's explained to him that he's an expendable. So basically what they keep doing is cloning they keep cloning him over and over because he keeps dying. Then they just make a new one again and a new one again. But see, there's some stupid rule that you can't you can't have two clones. You can only have one clone at a time. And then they call them doubles, and it's like this whole double standard thing about it's just this is what I mean. Like this movie could have been a lot better if they got rid of a lot of this fluff. So what ends up happening is they send Robert Pattinson or the Twilight guy out, and he gets lost out on this planet that they're trying to move to. And then he's like walking on this ice thing, and he gets, I guess it was like fragile or something, and he falls down in this deep well thing. And then these potato bug things try to come to get him, but he thinks he's gonna die. But they end up taking him and showing him like how to escape where he is and all this. And then in the meantime, they just assumed that he died, and they clone another one of him. So he barely makes it back to the ship, and then he finds out there's the other one now. So now they're like both in trouble. And then he's number 17, and then number 18 is like how do I put this? So the number 17 guy, he's like, I don't know, he comes off autistic and weak and just a bitch. And number 18 is the opposite. Number 18 is like this hard ass guy who's basically a psychopath. So this guy number 17's like, well, there can't be two of us. I have to kill you. And Mickey 18's like, no, I'm going to kill you because you can't kill me because you're too weak. So they go back and forth trying to kill each other for a while. And then the other thing here, I want to bring this up, see if they have it on here. I don't understand this whole subplot thing. All right, let's. So there's this black girl on here. Uh, I'll start off with her first. So, I mean, this gal's okay. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't know if I would personally do her honestly. I mean, she's I don't understand why they didn't put the chick from the Flash on here, because why he's so hot and bothered for her, I really don't understand. So her friend, let me see, they show her friend here. Her friend is this piece of ass. Let's see. Yeah, this gal. So her friend is this piece of ass, and I'm like, all I could think of is why are you going crazy for that black gal that's just okay when you could be smashing the fuck out of this? And then she tries to smash him on top of it, and he's like, "Oh no, because I want the and I'm just like, so then she finds out there's two of them now. They because of they made another one because they thought this one died. So she's in a fight with the black girl about, well, you're gonna give me one of them because you can't have them both. So they come to this like agreement thing, and it's just a bunch of unnecessary fluff on there. So, anyways, these bug things that are basically the inhabitants, these two assholes. This guy is so insufferable on here. These two assholes are, we're gonna kill all of these bug things in here, but the scientists are like, no, we can talk to them. They're reasonable and they saved this guy and we don't have to kill them. But then the Trump, or I guess I should say fake Melania, which is her, is like, oh no, I want to kill them and see if they make good barbecue sauce and all this. And it's like, I would have liked this movie a thousand times more if the villain was better, because this guy just sucks. He is so insufferable on this movie. He's just like this hardcore wannabe king guy. And like I said at the beginning, it's insinuated that he's Trump and he's doing this talk show on there, and they try to make him like this big celebrity and all this, and it just, so yeah, I should probably okay, now I'm gonna get into the spoilers here because, all right, now look, this movie is actually pretty decent, but there's one or two scenes that you have to struggle to get through. So the first one is this dinner scene where they're singing and doing all this just really gay shit. It's just so fucking cringe. Like, I don't know why they put that in there. That was just ooh. But once you get past that, and then the beginning where it's like, oh, all the Trump people have to leave the planet and all this, and we're gonna start a new world, and it's like, okay. And then the other thing is, I don't know if this was meant to be a joke or what they were thinking, but why in the fuck are they going to a planet that's like if Alaska was a planet? So I'm just watching this and I'm like, why would you want to move there? Like, I don't understand this. Like, it was so stupid. If it's that cold, you mean to tell me you couldn't find a better planet? No, we're just going to go to Alaska World on steroids and freeze our balls off and all this. So, I don't know. Like I said, this movie, the idea was good, the execution was okay, but all of this just fluff points and stuff we don't care about is on. Like, see this. Okay, so we're like one third into the. I'd say we're like towards the third act, and we've already established the whole thing about the clones and the doubles. But no, but we have to go back and rehash it again, and then we have to also be shown this guy that invented the cloning thing is a psychopath, and he was just cloning the fuck out of himself, and he was a killer. And it's like it had nothing to do. It had no. It was like what did that have to do with the movie? Like, are they gonna use that for a spin-off or something? I don't know why they showed us that. You're just like, well, what does that have to do with anything? So then we come back to the actual movie again after we have to sit through another 10 minutes of explaining about clones and all that. And the president is like, I've had it with these bugs and all this because he tries to do his talk show and he's showing this I don't know what it was. It looked like marble or something that they got out of the ground and he's like, "Look at this. We're so advanced that we got this thing out of the ground and blah blah. Look at this thing." And then the bugs were in there like hibernating or something. And they come out and everybody's like freaking out about like viruses and all this stuff. And so they capture he or the main guy, Robert Pattinson, he captures the one because he can talk to these things. And then they start torturing the fuck out of this baby thing. This is the other thing. Like, I don't know why they had to put this on there. I mean, we've already established who the villain is, and it was just like, okay, look at this. Like, not only is this guy bad, but now humans are bad because the humans are torturing the fuck out of this baby, whatever those things were. Like, they look like bed bugs or something. So this guy has had enough, and then his black girlfriend, who's basically like part of their military, is like, yeah, we're not going to torture these things and all this. And then Mark Ruffalo's like, oh, we're going to kill all these things. And the scientist comes forward and says, oh, well, we could talk to these things, and it'll be a glorious moment for you because you can make peace with an alien species. Like, they just fluff him up. This wannabe Trump ripoff thing guy out there to get him out there because the aliens tell Mickey that we have to kill one of your people because you killed one of ours and then we can have peace. So they figure out to get him out there so they can kill him. And then Mickey 18, the psycho, decides he wants to kill this guy because he keeps trying to kill this guy. And I don't even know why he's mad at this guy, really. It's just. Anyway, so they get him out there and he's got this camera crew and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to negotiate with these bugs and we're going to have peace and all this bullshit." And blah 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 blah. And then what ends up happening is the bugs start swarming. I don't know what they were doing. It was very weird. They were just like, I guess they were trying to protect the queen or something. They start swarming, and then he's like, "Oh fuck this!" The wannabe Trump guy's like, "We're just gonna kill these things." And then Mickey 18 gets on the tank thing they're on, and he starts trying to kill these people. And then he gets to where the Trump guy is, and then the Trump guy's like, "Oh, I knew you were gonna be a problem. That's why I put these suicide vests on you and tried to make you do fake Hunger Games and all this." And then Mickey 18's like, "Oh, but I'll just come back." And then he blows up the Trump guy, and then the alien queen thing is like, "Okay, we can have peace now." So it's like, I don't know. I liked how they showed it though. That it was, it's hard to explain if you haven't seen it. I mean, it's very kind of anticlimactic and climatic at the same time. I don't know how they did that, but you're like, okay, wow, this is awesome. Like they saved these bug things and then killed this guy at the same time. But then the 18 had the guy, the serial killer guy. But I thought it was okay, except for Mark Ruffalo. Just he just sucks on this. It is just this stereotype dictator thing, and like I said at the beginning, they insinuate that he's Trump. Why they have to do this stupid bullshit? I don't understand in the movies. Oh yeah, here's Ammo's husband here, Glenn. This guy didn't do much in the movie to come to think of it. I mean, he was at the beginning with him, and I mean, I don't know. It was just, anyways. Yeah, it's just an okay movie. I mean, what is this rated? 7.1. Um, I would say if it weren't for that stupid musical thing at the dinner and the over explanation of the clone thing, I'd probably go with that. For me, I'd probably say like 6 out of 10. Like it's watchable, but you have to like some of it. Most of it is watchable, but some of it you're just like, why is this on here? Like we don't need this on here. Oh, and the other thing is, they try to make the humans look bad because these, like I said, these guys are expendable, so they just keep testing things on them. Like when they first land, they send him down and tell him to take his mask off to see if there's like a virus down there or something. And then he dies from this virus, but they make a vaccine for it so they can go down to this planet that they're trying to. This is what I mean. There's just so much stupid shit on here. And then these other people are killing him. Like they send him outside at this one part. They're like, "Oh, we need you out here because the antenna's broken. But we're only going to tell you after the fact when you start getting like really hot and dizzy that we're exposing you to cosmic radiation and we need you to tell us everything what you're experiencing and all this." And oh, and the other thing is everybody keeps asking him what is it like to die. So I'm thinking at one point he's going to explain to somebody on this film what it's like to die, but he doesn't do it. So you're just like, why did we have this recurring theme of what is it like to die, but you don't get the answer? Even if it was a shitty answer, they should have just shown that. Anyways, yeah, I mean, if it was on TV or something, I'd probably watch it again. But I'll just if they show that stupid dinner scene, I'll probably click over that or go to something else and come back later. Or that other scene where they're at that Congress thing and they're over explaining the clone thing and all that, and you're just like, what's with all the over explanation crap? Anyways, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.